Hi, this will be our 10-minute core sequence, and you will need your ball and your mat. So we're going to start with on the floor, hips, the ball underneath your hips. Move back here a little bit. Hands by your sides, palms flat. You're going to lift your legs up. Draw your ankles right over your knees. Draw your navel down. We're going to take the right leg toward the floor, nice and low. And hold it strongly, big breath. Good, you're going to squeeze that leg up. Bring those legs together and then slowly lower left. Good, nice big breath. And squeeze that leg up. If you wanted to or need to modify, you could bend your knees here. If you feel pain in any way in the hip flexor, the front of the hip, then I encourage you to stop this movement. It might be that they're overworked and we want to try to use our belly, but this does come into play. So if you feel that too strongly, then lift your leg up a lot higher and see how that feels, or just take a break. Good, squeeze it up. Let's do again on the other side. And again, you're drawing your navel in. Finding that connection where the leg is connected right to the center of the belly button. Squeeze the right leg up and lower the left. Big breath. Good, and then squeeze that leg up. Lower the legs a couple inches, and then one more time, lower right. Holding. And every time you exhale, draw that pubic, so it's like pubic bone to navel zips down, pelvic floor lifts in and up. Squeeze it up, use your navel, lower again. One more time. And then squeeze it up. Okay, carefully bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor, lift your hip, and we're going to carefully lift ourselves up. Bring the ball behind your back and lengthen your legs here. So we're going to lengthen back. So you're going to snugly hold that ball right against your lower back, bringing your shoulders back. If this is, again, too much on the front of your legs, you can bend your knees here and just bring the knees together, feet flat to the floor, okay? So you're going to lift your chest up, chin nice and parallel. Bring the arms forward. Engage your legs to the floor strongly. Draw your navel in. We're going to lift an inch and lower. Lift an inch and lower. And really use your abdominal muscles to lift you. So squeeze up and lower back. Any discomfort at all, please make the modifications. Bend the knees or place the fingertips on the floor. Exhale on the exertion. Good. Let's do 2 more like that. Really deep muscle work here. So bring those arms forward. You're going to squeeze back, drawing the bow to the right. Bring the arms forward, squeeze back, draw the bow to the left. Lengthen up, draw to the right, and reach. Draw to the left and reach. Good. Draw to the right and reach. Draw to the left and reach. Good. Let's do 2 more. Squeeze up. 1 more. Good. Hold it here again. Big breath. Awesome. And then fingertips to the floor. Lift yourself up. Okay, so squeeze, bring the ball into the hands, squeeze the legs together. You're going to roll all the way down. So roll all the way down, use your abdominals nice and slow. Touch the ball to the floor over your head. Take a big breath here. On the exhale, lift and reach past your toes. So you're going to squeeze down slow. Bring the ball over, touch it on the floor, and squeeze up. Bring it past your toes if you can. Big breath. All the way down. Squeeze up. Keep those legs squeezing together. Big, big breath. Exhale as you lift. Again, if this is too much, just modify it into a smaller crunch. It's too much on your back. Good, let's do 2 more. Keep those legs on the floor and together as you lift. Good, let's do 1 more. Squeeze all the way up past the toes. Hold there for a breath. Good. And then inhale. Good. All right, so let's go. Let's come into a forward plank. So I'm going to use the ball between, right above my knees. We're going to externally rotate the shoulder. So you're going to come onto your forearms, elbows in line with the wrist, and then you're going to flip your palms. I'm going to look at my little clock here so I can make sure I can time our forward plank. So hold the ball nice and tight, lengthen the lower back by drawing the navel up, and then space between the shoulder blades, lift up, slide back into your plank. You can drop your knees anytime you want. Big breath here. In and out through the nose, squeeze the ball, press back through the heels. Breathe nice and deeply. Good. Keep holding that ball. Keep lifting up through the center of the body, keeping the shoulder blades nice and strong. Lifted apart. Big breath. We're getting there, almost there. Hold the ball tight, you're getting there. You guys are probably doing so good. Keep it going. Only a couple more breaths. Good. Big breath for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower the pubic bone to the floor. Flip the palms, come into Sphinx, and lengthen forward. And then walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Sit back in child's pose. Take a big breath there. Always a little underwear check, sorry. Good, and then walk your hands up. Goodness gracious. Falling apart here today. All right, so let's come under our side. Onto your elbow. Put the ball to the side for a moment. Good. Okay. So we're going to extend our legs out on a diagonal on your hip. And you're going to keep yourself lifted up out of the shoulder. So no legs sinking into the shoulders. Stay nice and lifted. You're going to squeeze those legs forward and then lift them up on the diagonal. So we're going to hold it. We're trying to get our obliques here. So we're going to squeeze those legs together and hold it for about, let's do about 10 more seconds here. Good, big breath. Squeeze them together and carefully lower. Okay, so let's do the other side. Set yourself up first. Stack the elbow directly underneath the shoulder. Bring the legs forward on a diagonal. Squeeze them together. Take a big breath. Lift them up and hold that pike position. Try not to fall into this shoulder. Stay lifted. Good. Let's hold that for 10 more seconds. Big breath. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Slowly lower that down carefully. Come into Sukhasana, one foot in front of the other. Tip forward from your hip. Stretch forward, take a big breath. Walk your hands back. Bring the right hand to the floor beside you and just stretch. Big breath. Inhale up nice and tall. And then let's switch. Tip forward from your hip. Stretch. Over those legs. Big breath. Walk the hands back. Left hand to the mat. And stretch to the left. Good. Lengthen, lengthen through the side of the waist. Awesome job, you guys. See you next time for some more core. We have arms coming up too, if you stick around for that. Thanks.